Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, an exciting battle in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. Trevor Etienne to return this. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Slide blue. 50, green. Set, huh?
Straight to the air here. It's Young. Forced out to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10, still at the 28.
Set, ready?
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Got it?
3rd down here, need 8 on the play.
Here we go, set. Blue, 32. Hut.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Knocked away, that's incomplete. Opening drive has arrived at 4th down. Carolina in punt formation. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. This one well struck and angled toward the sideline. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he drives that puck backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Got it. Ready?
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Let's go. Trap the 60. Tap the 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Hurt.
Throw here. 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going for it himself. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Perhaps a little misplaced sense of urgency on their opening drive. We'll find out together, and they're going for this from their own side.
Ready?
They'll run it with Robinson. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Black shot. Let's go. Black 4. Ready?
Out of the gun, Young. Has him on the quick hitter. Has some room to work. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers go up 6-0 here in the 1st. DJ Moore, the touchdown. This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. This is a heater going deep. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And now it's 2nd down.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Man, he used all the space he had. Got him around 8. That sets up 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Come on.
3rd down give to Robinson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
19, Tiger, 19.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Go!
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
The give on second, it's Brown. And he cuts it back right. All the way, and that's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons reach pay dirt for the first time this game.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, this is ETN. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
ETN on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 50, ready.
Young throwing here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ready up.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it gives to Hubbard. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. 60 red. 60 red.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
You and I know, Kate, it's on average about 60 to 65 plays a game, somewhere between 10 and 12 third downs. And what you don't want to do is start 0 for 2 in that column.
Got it.
4th down and 9, and look at this. The offense is still out there.
Go red. Black, 95. Ready.
They're going for it. Young. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pull off the conversion. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this.
Ready.
We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They start with 2nd and 6. They run again with Hubbard. And they will face a 3rd down here, Brock, but not by much. Good effort to challenge for it. He reaches the 43.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down.
Set.
Hubbard again. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
Well, apparently a little too long to run the field goal unit out. The offense staying put to go for it.
Set, hut. Hut, hut.
Fourth down, Young. It's on target to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on fourth down.
First and 10
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Okay, ready?
They've got first down here from the 36.
Ready? Hut, hut.
Running right, here's Hubbard. And he'll stay upright through this lane, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yellow. Here we go. Here we go. Black Ultra. Ready.
Now Young. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
You, yellow. Let's go now. Yellow, 43. Set, go.
From the red zone on first. Buys time, rolling right. And he's brought down after a short gain.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
2nd down now, they need 7.
Here, set, hut. Set, hut.
Here's a give to Hubbard. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
6, mega. Ready?
On 3rd down, it's Young. Flush down out to his left. And he has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. And it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready, right?
Off the play fake. He'll throw. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Falcon first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
Throwing off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it sets up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Pass play coming here. On the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
60 Eagles, 60, Buffalo 18.
3rd and long for him here. Hits him on the out route. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
4th down and 9, and look at this. The offense is still out there. They kick the running back in motion.
19, 18, Mustang 19, 19, Lions.
You're going to try to throw for it. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons earn the chance to tie before halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Black, ready. Cut, cut.
Young on the play action. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Come on, set. Ready?
2nd and 10 now. Young's going to try again. Chased out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. He's got it deep downfield. And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
6 yards. That's good for a Panthers.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35.
35-yard line.
Yellow. Check.
To the air on 1st down, Young. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Shotgun snap now to Young. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Oh, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the 1st down play, forced to throw it away right there, an awfully difficult 3rd down now staring you in the face.
Panthers calling on Ryan Fitzgerald here to attempt this field goal. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback.
On the set.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. They're going play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So second down coming up.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Dragon 60. Personal 80.
They'll go play action. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
Hold it ready. Let's get ready.
Going right side, Robinson with it. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big game, it takes the whole group. All 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
On the return. The Panthers take over first and 10. At their own
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. Set. Set. Go.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard.
Ready, ready, ready.
Trying to get it on the keeper. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. He cuts back left. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Took the ball himself for a big run.
From the red zone now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers grab the lead on their first series of the half. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Panthers push their lead to 3.
Falcons 21. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Straight ahead, it's Brown. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
It's a dime look defensively from the Panthers. Third down coming. Robinson on the inside give. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
That one's cut along the left sideline. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
The first down carry for Brown. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 70 Timber.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
At the 19-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6.
Ready? Corey, 70. Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's another.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
A give left side. Here's Robinson. And a nice little run there gets him 5. Second down upcoming.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He completes it in traffic. And a big shot keeps him out of the end zone, but they're just a yard away now as that play brings them to 1st and goal.
60 Eagles.
Robinson reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take the lead as time runs out here in the 3rd. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return starts at the 9. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Ready, set, ready. Black, 95. Needle blue. Set.
Off the play fake, it's Young. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They get 22 out of that play, and that's good for a Panthers first. Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45.
first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First and 10, it's Hubbard. He dodged the tackle. Has room down the left sideline. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a fourth-quarter lead. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
That one splits the uprights.
Makes the score.
And the Panthers push their lead to 3.
Falcons 28. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Robinson to start the drive. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another carry for Robinson. And his fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
70 Rangers. Ready.
Back to throw now. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He rolls to his right. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Up the middle, Hubbard. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down. Here's Hubbard on the give. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Ready.
Now it's Young. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a 9-point advantage. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Brown with a return here. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. A toss now to Robinson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. It only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
79 Broncos. Go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate. You really come to life on 3rd downs. They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Lead a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down.
Trap 50, trap 60. 18, level, 18.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Cuts it to the right. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers take a 3-possession lead.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Go. Ready.
A run here with Robinson. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
22 yards.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A toss. This is Brown. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Falcons hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. On 2nd down, Robinson. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
They'll run it with Robinson. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Harvard gets it to start the drive. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They run again with Hubbard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hubbard again. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that